partook. Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity. To the well-organized mind, death is but yet the next adventure. If you doubt your courage or your strength, then come no further, for death awaits you all, with big, pointy, nasty teeth. Do not arouse the wrath of the great and powerful Oz. I said come back tomorrow. You're a wizard, Harry. I'm a what? G'day guys, Chano here from PopYaCulture. Today we're going to come off on 10 wonderful wizards. Wizards always make you feel good. They're always really good guys and they always seem to know everything. It's just the right thing to say. So, here's some facts about 10 wonderful wizards throughout pop culture. Gargamel. Gargamel is a hermit wizard who is the main antagonist of the Smurf series cartoon movies. He wants to capture Smurfs to make them into gold in accordance with the legendary alchemic formula of the Philosopher's Stone. Azrael is the name of Gargamel's cat companion. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. The horses in the Emerald City were covered with jello to make them look like they did, green, and the horses kept trying to lick it off. Frank Morgan played the wizard in The Wizard of Oz. The shabby coat that he wore was actually found in a thrift shop. Later, it was identified that the jacket originally belonged to Lyman Frank Burnham, the author of the Wizard of Oz books, as his name was sewn into the back of the jacket. His widow confirmed this, as she was also the tailor of the jacket. And this was unbeknownst when filming the movie. Frank Barham, author of Wizard of the Oz, apparently invented the name Oz when looking at an alphabetical filing cabinet which was O to Z. Harry is my friend. For those of you who have been living under a whomping willow and haven't realised it yet, Harry Potter is the character of the Harry Potter novels and movie series, who is a student at the Hogwarts School of Wizardry and Witchcraft and Wizardry, which follows the story of Harry's struggle against Lord Voldemort. An immortal dark wizard who intends on overthrowing the wizarding government. 8 other publishers rejected Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone before Bloomsbury Publishing offered J.K. Rowling's a £2,500 advance for its publication. Bet they're kicking themselves now. In London, in King's Cross Station, they have actually added a sign between platforms 9 and 10 that says platform 9 3/4, and they've actually cut a trolley off and stuck it up against the wall, one of the baggage trolleys. And recently in 2012 they added luggage bags and a bird cage next to the little thing. So that's cool. If you're ever in King's Cross Station in London, go check it out. 9 3/4 platform. The Harry Potter novels have been translated into 67 languages. Harry Potter was born on the 31st of July 1980. So he's actually older than even a lot of his adult teens. I'm going to have to read this one out. The Hogwarts school motto is Draco Doramus Nunquam Titilla Anana. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't speak Latin, which is Latin for don't tickle the sleeping dragon. Excellent school motto and great advice. Rincewind, probably one of the more lesser known wizards on this list. He is the original protagonist of the Discworld novels by Terry Pratchett. Yet he has no wizardry qualifications. He is a cowardly man, and he often finds himself in dangerous situations. The Discworld novels and world is set in a reality where there is a big disc, and that's where everyone lives on, and it's like a flat Earth essentially. But that disc is then held on the back of 4 elephants, who are standing on the back of a giant turtle called the Great Arturan, and that's the disc world. Like I said before, the author is Terry Pratchett, who lived from 1984 to 2015. The Discworld books are fantastic, and there's been a couple little video games, not many. Eric Idle actually voiced Rincewind at one stage, which was really cool. Merlin, perhaps one of the most famous and more popular wizards, is from ancient Celtic lore. He's the royal advisor to King Arthur Pendragon. The name Merlin is derived from the Welsh name Merlin. Merlin is reputed to have built Stonehenge. Merlin has made several appearances in DC Comics and Marvel Comics. In the Marvel Comics, he is the interdimensional being which grants Captain Britain his powers and protects the multiverse. Merlin's obsession with the Lady of the Lake would lead to his so-called demise. Merlin has been represented or appeared in over 30 movies and 9 video games and many, many novels.
Follow, but follow if you be men, only if you be men of valor.
Tim the Enchanter from Monty Python's Holy Grail. Tim the Enchanter is a fire-loving, foul-mouthed, bearded, sworn enemy of the killer rabbit. There are some who call me Tim. In Quegsbury, Scotland, in the year 1234. Gru ate his family at the age of 7 and he vowed revenge on all furry fluffy things, thus becoming the arch nemesis of the Fluffy Bunny, evil Fluffy Bunny. Tim was introduced to black powder and explosive magic at a young age when his auntie Zoot sent him a belated birthday present of fireworks. The novel The Magician is the beginning of the Rift War saga, a series of novels by the author Raymond E. Feist. Pug is the main protagonist in this storyline and is one of the more powerful wizards in the world of this. Starts the story off being a young man who is reluctant to be selected as the apprentice of the wizard for the royal court. He then goes on to discover an alternate world is tearing into theirs and fighting them, and he gets captured by insurgents. His journey then takes him across worlds and magical disciplines, thus leading to him becoming one of the most powerful wizards. He's one of the only wizards that can cast spells unassisted without a scroll or potion, etc. He can just cast them at will. Raymond E. Feist, the author, was born in 1945, the same year that World War II came to an end. On the 24th of June 2009, the Rift War saga was adopted by Marvel into a comic book form. Check that out and check out the Rift War saga novels. Great story. I hope it gets turned into a movie one day. They should do that. If anyone's out there, do it. Doctor Strange has his movie upcoming at the end of this year. He is the Sorcerer Supreme for the Marvel Universe. Doctor Strange defends us against evil, demons, and spirits of a supernatural origin. Doctor Strange is actually a doctor. He was a neurosurgeon to start with, and now later in the comics, he has been reinvented as a plastic surgeon. Doctor Strange first appeared in Marvel Comics in 1963. After years of travelling the world Doctor Strange has a car accident where he hurts his hands. After years of travelling the world and trying to find a way to fix his hands, he stumbles into Tibet and comes across a monastery. At which point, he is met by his master and agrees to undergo training in the sorcerer's arts and become one of the most powerful humans ever. He lives at the Sanctum Sanctorum, 177 Baker Street in Greenwich Village, New York, which was the actual address of the writer Roy Thomas. The Doctor Strange movie that will be released later this year won't actually be the first Doctor Strange movie. In 1978, there was actually a Doctor Strange movie released back then. It didn't do so well, and I predict that this new one will do a lot better. Also in 2007, there was an animated version of Doctor Strange movie, which is actually quite good, and it's currently on Netflix and recommended worth a watch. Doctor Strange is in possession of 2 mystical items: the Cloak of Levitation, which is his cape and allows him to hover and fly, and the Eye of Agamotto, which is the necklace he wears, and it's kind of the key to boost his powers, and it's the key between the dimensions where all the demons are, and yeah, makes him Sorcerer Supreme, pretty much. Albus Dumbledore is the headmaster of the Wizarding School of Hogwarts. Is founder and leader of the Order of the Phoenix. I read this one. Dumbledore's titles include Chief Warlock of the Wizardgamot, the Supreme Mugwump of the International Confederation of Wizards. Okay. He is named after an early English dialect word for bumblebee, because J.K. Rowling pictured him roaming the halls of Hogwarts humming to himself. Dumbledore was born in 1881, making him 115 to 116 when he died. Dumbledore had the Elder Wand all along. He is considered to be one of the most powerful wizards in the wizarding world. Dumbledore's hair was red before it went grey. Author J.K. Rowling recently revealed that Dumbledore was gay and had a crush on wizard Grindelwald, who he later defeated in a duel. Gandalf, from the Hobbit movies and the Lord of the Rings movies, is a wizard and a member of the Order of Isengard. He starts off as Gandalf the Grey, and in the Lord of the Rings trilogy he perishes and comes back as Gandalf the White, which is the highest level of wizardry in the realm of Middle-earth. Gandalf was about 2,000 years old at the end of the Lord of the Rings movie series. It is not known until the end of the Lord of the Rings that he is in possession of Nyar, one of the elven rings that Sauron used to control the many kingdoms of Middle-earth. Gandalf's sword Glamdring, I can't pronounce it, is got a replica copy built into the throne from Game of Thrones, the Iron Throne. So Gandalf's sword is actually in amongst it when the prop designers are making it. It was Christopher Lee's lifelong dream to play the role of Gandalf, having actually met Tolkien in his lifetime. However, when he auditioned for the role, they gave him the role of Saruman, because they believed him too old for the fight sequences. In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, in Aldous Dumbledore's study, Gandalf the Grey can be seen in the collection of great wizards. Thanks for watching, guys. That was 10 wonderful wizards from PopYaCulture. Hope you really enjoyed that. If you guys could please leave comments down below, let me know what wizard you liked. I think my favourite wizard is probably still Gandalf. So, yeah, leave some comments down below, let me know what wizards you like, what wizards I missed, and give me some feedback, you know. I'm doing a couple of videos now, let me know what you think of the channel and how it's going. Also, down below, follow the links to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Also, follow the links to my other videos, give them a watch, and if you haven't subscribed, click the big red subscription button there, and if you want to go to the home page of the channel, click on the PopYaCulture symbol. Alright, until next time, hooroo.